Back on the MMA Plug, powered by DenverSportsBetting.com on Mile High Sports Radio, 98.1 FM. Kruck and Kurtz with you. It's time now for the Colorado MMA Spotlight, powered by Awning Company of America. Hit them up at 303-825-7600 for a free estimate, or check them out at awningofamerica.com. Excited to bring back to the show an MMA Plug veteran who's absolutely killing it right now in the UFC. He was on our inaugural show and then proceeded to get back-to-back wins in the UFC. Factory X product, Dustin Jacoby. Dustin, it's your Colorado connection of Kruck and Kurtz. Welcome back to the MMA Plug, my man.
What's up, fellas? Thanks for having me, man. Ron, Jordan, it's a pleasure to be on your show, and thanks for welcoming me back.
Anytime, my man. We love to have you. I mean, the results speak for themselves. I mean, after coming on the first show, you've reeled off 2 straight wins. So, I mean, I think this has to be a tradition before every fight, right?
Absolutely, man. If you guys allow me to be a part of the show, it's an honor to be here right now. And yeah, I'm going for my 4th straight victory at the Apex, my 3rd straight UFC victory. So I'm extremely excited for the opportunity on Saturday night.
Dustin, in true Jacoby fashion, this is yet again a short notice opportunity that you're stepping in against a very, highly accredited, or at least a guy who has a lot of momentum behind his name throughout the years, from his weigh-in antics to his craziness in the cage. But you're that guy who, it doesn't matter who, you're a gamer, you're ready to go in on any given night. What does that mean to you to do this yet again?
Yeah, I'm extremely excited for the opportunity, Jordan. Like I said, when I got the call, I was pumped about the fight. Cutelaba's a guy that the fans are very familiar with. And, throughout the years, he's always stuck out to me because of his, the drama at the weigh-ins with him, and him just being the Hulk and painting his body green and getting up in the opponent's face. And then he goes out there and you look at this guy in the octagon, man, and he passes the eyeball test. He's a guy that all the fans really like to see fight, and he brings it every single time. So, and I'm looking forward to that. I think he's going to bring the best out in me. I think it's a fan-friendly matchup, and it's great for everybody involved.
Absolutely, it is. He is coming off 2 knockout losses for the first time in his career, Dustin. Is this a good time to catch him, or is he more dangerous because he needs that win?
Well, I think he's definitely more dangerous. He's been on this card, so he's been training hard for this fight. Like you said, he's had back-to-back losses. So I guarantee you he's going to be coming out hungry and well prepared. And, I'm looking forward to facing the best Cutelaba there is. And I think that if you look at both of our trajectories, he's kind of going downward and I'm going upward, and take that how you want to. But I think that the momentum's on my side. I'm very comfortable here at the Apex. I'm very confident with where I'm at. The UFC has just given me a new contract, which makes me feel very valued and appreciated by them. So I'm super excited to be in this position that I've worked hard to be in, and I've put myself in. And, Cutelaba is another name that I get to go out there and take out on Saturday.
How important, or I guess how exciting was the opportunity for you when you saw that it's another guy who's going to be willing to stand and strike?
Right.
Of course, I love those fights, man. It's a lot better than if, say, Cutelaba dropped out and I was facing Devin Clark, who is just a wrestler and going to try to take it to the ground. So, of course, I'm always excited about another fighter who wants to stand and trade blows. But with that being said, man, I think that Cutelaba is going to try to win at all costs. And I wouldn't be surprised if we came out exchanged a couple blows, and then he tried taking me down. But, I'm very well prepared for that. I train with great guys. I've got a good buddy and teammate in my corner, Cody Brundage, who I grind with on a daily basis. And, when that guy gets a hold of you, good luck, man. So I feel really well prepared in that aspect. And I think I'm a better striker, man. I've faced, if you look at my glory resume, I've faced the who's who in the kickboxing world and guys who are at the, the best strikers in the world. So everything I've done in my career has led me to this moment. I'm well prepared, and now it's time to go out there and execute.
Dustin Jacoby joins the MMA Plug today. And Dustin, with a 5th straight victory this weekend, do you feel that has to put you into the top 15, maybe even top 10 of this stacked 205-pound weight class?
Absolutely, Ron. That's the goal, man, is to go get a victory on Saturday and get a top 15 opponent and, perhaps a top 10 opponent if the timing is right. You never know when the stars align, man. I say it all the time. When the stars align, it's a beautiful thing. And I think my timing's right here. I've always said the best is yet to come. And now I truly believe the best is right around the corner. I just have to take care of business on Saturday. And I think that I'll get a big name opponent and an opportunity to get a ranking by my name by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Dustin, I want to throw a little bit of your background into this next question here. And it's just switching gears for a little bit for us out there. But for everybody who, for some reason, doesn't know by now, you were a college quarterback. It is slated to be a quarterback saturated draft at the top of this week's NFL draft. What is that? Do you have any thoughts? Does that bring like some memories back, just seeing so many quarterbacks out there, or what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it certainly does, man. I was a quarterback. I have the quarterback mentality. I think the quarterback's just a leader in the room, and I feel like I'm a leader in the room, a leader on the mats. And I'm extremely excited for all the guys getting the opportunity to get drafted this year. And it's an exciting time. There's and unfortunately, the guys going to the top of the draft are going to go to some crappier teams, but hopefully they get that opportunity to turn the program around. And, I think I saw Jacksonville's finished – they finished with the worst record.
Worst record. Yep. 100%. They're number one.
Yeah. So I think 12 of the last 13 seasons, if I saw that correctly. I could be wrong on that, but they've been down for a while. So for to get a guy like Trevor Lawrence or, Justin Fields, those guys are great competitors, great athletes. And, I'll definitely be tuning in on that day.
I love it. Kurtz going mainstream sports with him today. So one of those crappy teams is our own Denver Broncos, of course. And listen, diehard Bronco fan, you can see it. I can say that. I've been through thick and thin with them. So what's your gut feeling, Jacoby? You think Broncos go with a quarterback, or do they let it roll with Drew Lock another year?
I think that they're going to go with Drew Lock another year, man. I was asking a bunch of my buddies, if that are Broncos fans, if they believe in Drew Lock, and they do. I think John Elway does. I think Peyton Manning does. A good buddy of mine I've become pretty good friends with over the past few months is Dalton Reisner, who's
nice.
An absolute stud on the starting guard on the Denver Broncos, and he's an up and comer. He's the nucleus of that team, man. And just being around him, his attitude is infectious, and he wants to win, man. He's a grinder. He believes in Drew Lock, and he believes in the Denver Broncos. And I think they get guys like that on board, and they're going to be paying that guy a big money contract because he is truly the leader of the team. And when he starts getting everybody on board and you get that winning mentality, that winning attitude, hell, Drew Lock, I think, finished the year pretty well, man. He had what was the stat I saw? He threw more touchdown passes, and I can't remember. It was a pretty interesting stat.
He had a good end of the year for sure, man. I mean, he was coming back on.
Yeah, and
getting unnecessarily beat up.
Yeah, I think so too, and he's still young, man. I think the hardest position to play in all of professional sports is quarterback. People just don't understand that. You have to, and that's where I got my short-term memory bulletproof confidence saying from, was being a quarterback, man. You go out there and throw an interception, you got to forget about that quickly, and you got to go on to the next play. You go out there and you throw a touchdown pass, you got to forget about that quickly, and you got to go on to the next drive. So, and just to be the leader on the field, you take all the criticism, when you guys lose, and you get all the glory when you win. So it's a tough position, and then especially for a young man, so I think Drew Lock's in a good position. I think that they can win with them, and hopefully they can turn things around for their program.
Definitely. Well said. That's why we have to ask the quarterback himself.
Absolutely. Dustin Jacoby, the NFL draft expert now. Can't wait to see your mock draft coming out.
Yeah, I'm a big fantasy football guy, man. So I follow it all closely, and, I've been playing fantasy for over a decade now. So I love it, man.
Heck yeah. Well, Dustin, we appreciate the time. Before we let you go, just give us a little idea. This is your second fight already of 2021. What are your goals for the year? How many times would you like to fight?
Well, this one came out of nowhere. It was a quick, short notice fight, and I knew that something was going to come. Right when I got back from Mexico, my wife and I took a little vacation. I told her, it's time to get back on the grind because I know a call's coming, and sure enough, a few weeks later it came. So I'd like to go out there and get this victory, and then I would love to get on that Poirier-McGregor card in July. That first fight back with some fans here in Vegas. After watching UFC 261, man, I just cannot wait to fight in front of a crowd again. Those guys were ecstatic. The crowd was electric. You could tell the fighters were feeding off of that energy, and you almost forgot what it was like fighting with the crowd. This whole past year, we watched it at the Apex, and it was just so inspiring, to be honest, man, to just see them get so pumped up to watch us perform. And I'm hoping, to go out there. I'm going to get the job done on Saturday, and it'd be nice to get on that McGregor card. And can you imagine? I think that's International Fight Week, so I'm sure the fans are just absolutely nuts. It'd be a massive card to be a part of. So I'm going to definitely lobby for that once I get this victory on Saturday, and then we'll go from there, man. I plan on like I said, getting this victory, getting on that card, coming in tip-top shape, and going out there with a bang. And we'll see. By the end of the year, my goal is to get a ranking next to my name. So that's what we're working for.
Love it.
Absolutely. All right. He is Fort Morgan, Colorado's own, representing Factory X, Dustin Jacoby. Thank you for the time, my man. Go have some fun Saturday night, and congratulations on the new contract.
Hey, thanks, guys. Anytime you want to have me on the show, I'm glad to be a part of it. You guys are awesome, and I love talking with you.
Thank you, DJ.
Thanks so much, buddy. All right, the MMA Plug on Mile High Sports rolls on after this.